Hey guys, Juicy Juice in here, and guess what? I'm not wearing pants. Because pants are for losers, and I'm not a loser. Yeah, I actually do have to put pants on in like 20 minutes because I have to go to work, and pants are important. But anyways, yes. Today I'm discussing things that I usually discuss a lot. Diverse characters. We all know I love them. Or, I know I love them, and if you've looked at anything else on my YouTube page or my Tumblr, then you know I love them. But I want to discuss the fact that there's not enough of them. Surprising, isn't it? No, not really, at all. But because there aren't enough of them, we're really stretching these characters thin when we examine them. Let me explain. A lot of our characters come from tokenism. And a lot of people view tokenism, or I don't know about a lot of people, but I feel like there's a misconception that tokenism is forced diversity. Let's talk about what tokenism usually means. Tokenism is adding a character that is not part of the majority of the characters just to fill a quota. Unfortunately, these characters are rarely well done. Usually, let's just say you add a black character to a mostly white cast. Usually they're very stereotypical, and if they're not stereotypical, oftentimes they're just muted down. In fact, if they're usually muted down to the point where they don't matter to the story. If they do matter, then it's usually to be written off or killed off, usually just to motivate people. Or as I said, they could just be so muted that they just kind of blend into the background and slowly disappear, so they could focus on the majority of the characters. So, to me, tokenism isn't about forced diversity. It's kind of just giving the illusion of diversity. Thankfully, that is not where we get all of our diverse characters. And, when I say diverse characters, I mean characters of color, queer characters, and women, which is ridiculous, guys. Come on, women. They make up 51% of the fucking population. They shouldn't be considered... Anger. I'm past it now, though. But okay. That's not to say that all of our characters that we get that are diverse are tokens. Sometimes, we get a few well-written characters that don't fit into that. For instance, Willow from Buffy. One of my favorite queer characters. She's so adorable. I just love her to... Okay. Well, also, how is she a lesbian? She was clearly bisexual. Okay, yeah, sorry. And, there's also Lara Croft from the new Tomb Raider reboot. I love her. She's great. She's usually viewed as a strong female character. Note the quotes. Those quotes are important because she's a strong female character. Usually she's viewed as a strong female character before she's viewed as a strong character. And I understand the importance of this. Oh god, I do. But it really just feels like we're putting a little bit too much pressure on these characters. They're being stretched fucking thin. Straight white male cis characters. Cis meaning, non-transgender. Well, that's another topic. If you don't know what it is, I'll post a link underneath the video. But characters like that, they don't feel the same pressure. There's so many of them in media. They make up gods, pretty much almost all of it. So, there can be dozens of bad, straight, white, male, cis characters, and no one gives a shit, because guess what? They're not representing anything. But because there are so few diverse characters, they just have to represent everything. Let's just say you have a female character. She will be judged on whether she's too feminine, whether she's too masculine, whether she has too many issues dealing with her for being a woman, whether she doesn't have enough and everyone's just unrealistically not talking with her about as she is a woman. The same goes with characters of color or queer characters. I mean, queer characters are judged on whether they're too gay acting or straight acting. And God, what is with me in the air quotes? I've had way too much caffeine today. Like 3 Mountain Dews, which is a lot for me these days. And, I understand why these characters deal with this. Well, for instance, as a gay man, I don't see very many gay characters that I identify with. So when I do see one, admittedly, part of me puts pressure, hopes, dreams. We put our hopes and dreams on these characters because we want to be represented in some small way. So when it doesn't happen, or when a character betrays those, then they're not good. And it's not really fair to the characters. I don't want to have to judge characters for being good queer characters or good characters of color before I judge them as good characters. Thankfully, good characters and good representations are usually go hand in hand, because if they're a good representation, it's almost always that they're a good character. But still, if we didn't have as few queer characters, or I don't know why I keep saying queer, if we had more diverse characters in media, it would alleviate some of the pressure. But we don't right now. And I really kind of hope we do. I mean, if you don't believe it, go on Netflix. There is a strong female lead. What is with these quotes? But sorry. There's a strong female lead section on Netflix. And women make up over about 51% of the population. There shouldn't have to be a strong female lead section on Netflix. But there is. I personally find that kind of damning. So yeah, that's just one of the many reasons I think that we need more diverse representation in media. I personally want to be represented, and I want to see other people be represented. It's not just about me. I'm not hating on straight white cis men, because I don't want it to be gay white cis men either. I want to see other characters. I want to feel represented, but I want to see other people from other walks of life. That's interesting. It's nice, I guess. It's dumb to say that, but it is nice. I have a lot of friends that aren't represented at all. And a lot of them are, kind of sadly upset about this, but accepting, because they think that that's just the way it's gonna be. But I say, why does it have to be? Why we should get more diverse characters, sorry. Oh, I'm going on another tangent, which I will go on those again. At the very least, you got to look at over here. My link shirt, his pocket link. See, it's in the pocket. But, yeah. I know that we're not going to get there anytime soon with the diversity in media. At least not to the point where we have to stop judging characters based on that. And I know it's a necessary evil. I judge characters as queer characters first, characters of color first, because we need to make the media grow. But I hope that we don't always have to do that. And I really hope that I live to the day where we don't have to do that. But anyways, thanks for bearing with my tangent today. Love you guys as always. Yeah, please like and subscribe, and most of all, stay classy, guys.